Hello, everybody. Welcome to the course on quantitative research methods. My name is Farrukh Javed, and I am the assistant professor at the University of Örebro, Sweden. In this short video, first of all, I welcome all of you to this course, and also we will discuss about the components of the course, how the whole course will derive during the course of time, and what are the topics actually which we will be covering in this course. So here are some instructions and details about how you can access the materials about the course. My name is over there and my email address, which you can use for questions or suggestions or comments. All the course materials will be uploaded at the Blackboard, and these video lectures will also be uploaded at the Scalable Learning portal. Together with me, there will be another teacher, Shang Gao, who will be assisting me in this course. So you can contact any one of us if you have any problem or queries related to that course. Before we move on and discuss about the main components and the topics of the course, first of all, I would like you to think about a few questions. Why are you interested in taking this course? What are your expectations? What are your goals? And what actually motivates you to take that course? Apart from the basic assumption that this is the mandatory course of the program and that's why you have to take it. Well, this is okay, but what else? Do you have something in your mind? Have you seen some problems in your work arena or in your daily life or in your specific field of interest where quantitative analysis was essential and you wanted to learn something about that? Do you have any idea how those problems can be approached if you have met any? And do you feel that you are prepared for that course? So think about it, ponder about it, and this will help you to be ready to take that course actually. And I'm sure if you think about it and also think about the motivation and expectation, you will come across several questions actually during the course of time, which can help you understand topics very easily. Let's talk about the course organization. Well, in this course, we will be having video lectures and some PDF files which will be actually targeting about topics and materials, the course content, so to say. There will be 4 weekly lab sessions, and once you say that there are 4 weekly assignments, so to say, weekly assignments, and then you have to submit those assignments to me every week. And once you are done with your submission, there will be a seminar where you will present your results, discuss your results. Why did you do that? Why did you choose a specific topic or a specific method to analyze something? And how did you do that? And the last question, what do you see from your results? What do you conclude from here? And in the end, we will be having one final take-home exam. Again, in the take-home exam, there will be a report which you have to submit to me, a written report, so to say. And in the end of that whole course, whole program, we will conduct a presentation or seminar specifically related to that take-home exam. Syllabus will be available at the Blackboard, and course evaluation, as I said, there will be 4 weekly labs plus 1 final project. Weekly assignments will take pass and fail grades, and they will be assessed on individual basis, right? But for weekly assignments, you will work in a group of 2 students. So both of you, anyone, 2 students will make a group and they will work on assignments, and then they will be assessed individually through seminar, through presentations, and also through the report. Final project, well, this will be assessed on individual basis. As I said before, one written report and another is a presentation, 2 components which will help us to grade you in this final project. I will also upload project guidelines on the Blackboard very soon. This is a standard grading criteria which I hope you are familiar with, because I guess this is the criteria which the whole master's program is following actually. A brief overview about the course contents. So in this course, we will talk about statistical thinking, why statistical thinking is important, why we need to learn statistics, statistical methods, what they can help us actually, and about the randomness actually, more specifically randomness around us. In every phenomena we live, we observe some kind of randomness. So can we somehow account those randomness? Can we accommodate them in a numerical way, so to say? And once we have a data or a numerical setting of that randomness, can we utilize them to analyze the pattern, observe the pattern of that randomness, make some prediction, so to say, make a model related to that randomness? Can we do that? So this will be the main crux of this course. Every time we will be targeting about those topics. We will talk about data types, what kind of data we use actually in quantitative analysis, something about sampling, not in detail. We will talk about basic descriptive statistics. I guess you are familiar with mean, variance, standard deviation, median. So we will talk about these descriptive statistics, and also we will learn how those basic descriptive statistics can help us to understand the behavior of data. Even though they are very minute, they are very little in terms of accommodation or in terms of accounting, but they do tell us a lot about the data structure. So we will see how we can do that. We will learn how to design hypothesis testing. We will make some of our own assumptions about some parameters, some variables, and we test them, whether that is correct or not. I'm not going into detail about those topics, but when we come across at the topic, we will learn this in detail. We will also learn about linear models. You might have heard about regression, for instance. Regression models or correlations, dependence between variables, among variables, so to say. We will learn how we do that and how can we model them, how can we estimate. And they are very much utilized in forecasting and prediction of also. So once we have a model, a suitable model for a data, that suitable model can be utilized to observe or to learn about predictions. We will also move across and learn about analysis of variance methods, how variation in the data can be analyzed, and variation in variables among variables can be utilized or can be analyzed actually. What can we understand from that variation? And in the end, we will hit upon briefly topics related to dimension reduction, such as principal component analysis and factor analysis. Sometime, well, very briefly, sometimes we have a huge number of variables in our data, but we can't use them in our model. And also, most of those variables are correlated. They are depending on one another. So it's not a good idea to use all of those variables in one model if they are already correlated. So what methods can we use to accommodate this setting? So principal component analysis and factor analysis are two of these topics which can help us to somehow deal with this problem. Well, for this course, there is a supporting material. Well, it's an article actually. If you click on the green line, this will lead you to download that article actually. You can read that article. It's an interesting article actually. But mainly you will focus on, or you should be focusing on my slides. I hope I will try to make them self-explanatory for you, and also listen to my video lectures. If you do so, then you don't need any other book, at least to cover this particular course. Well, if you Google up about those topics, you come across lots of information. But then again, I don't want you to overwhelm with lots of literature and information. Just stick to my slides and video lectures, and I hope you will be able to learn topics and also to apply them in real life, in real world problems. Presentations, as I said, weekly seminars. After every assignment, there will be weekly seminars. And also in the end of this course, once you have submitted me the final project, we will be conducting a final seminar also. For the project, you have to work with problem. In the assignments, in the weekly assignments, let me make it clear, you will have data from my side, and I will design some sort of problems related to that data, and you will be analyzing that particular problem and data together through some software. But in the final project, you have to come across with your own data and you have to come across with your own problem. And then, whatever you have learned in this course until that time, I expect you to use that knowledge and apply as much as you can, apply the quantitative part as much as you can on your data and problems and try to solve it. So the problem should be well defined. Well, you can start by analyzing the data, but having an idea to start with something that really helps you to move on actually. I suggest you to pick a problem that you care about more or you come across in your daily life situation, or if you are acquainted with some problems in your previous courses or in previous studies related to your topic, for instance, surveys, anything. Just think about it and then come across with that. Once you have a problem, try to gather a suitable data set for that problem. Well, and be cautious that data should be well, first of all clean, and also should be somehow trustable, because on internet there are many data resources, but we can't trust all of those data resources. So when you gather data, if you gather data from internet or any other source, make sure that you can trust that particular data. And then once you are done with your data, start working with the data. Make sure that you utilize all of those skills which you have already learned in this course to understand patterns and behaviors of the data. Right? You can try different models. We will learn actually in those assignments, in those weekly assignments, how to build models actually. So this learning, I'm pretty sure they will help you to work on your final project. So your problem, first of all, and then based on the problem, you have to gather data. Once you are done with your gathering, with your data collection, then start analyzing the data. Build some models, use descriptive statistics, use graphical techniques, whatever you can use to actually learn about the behavior of the data. And once you are done with modeling part, then analyze your findings. Right? Use estimation methods to estimate data parameters or variables, and then learn about correlations, covariances, dependence, regression. These things which we will be discussing in our course assignments and also in weekly assignments and topics. But it would be good if you can use them in your final project. And in the end, you have to conclude with your findings. Describe what have you learned from your analysis. What kind of decisions can you make? Do you see your problem was properly tackled by those methods? So all of those actually analysis or discussions, they are very much mandatory in this project, final project evaluation actually. I will mainly focus on your analysis part, quantitatively and also descriptively, how you describe your findings, how you conclude your findings, so to say. Well, you are free to use any available software, but I recommend you to use SPSS. All my assignments, weekly assignments, will be designed on SPSS, and we will learn briefly how we can work on SPSS. If you go through my assignments, I will design in a way that if you go through or read between the words, you will learn how to work on SPSS actually. So learn as much as you can, explore as much as you can about SPSS, data, how to store data on SPSS, how to work with analysis, and then they will definitely help you in many other ways, because this is a very popular software actually for statistical analysis in social science. As I said, final examination or final exam evaluation will be based on final project. So for the final project, you have to present or submit me a written report about the project, and then there will be a final presentation or seminar. There is no limit how long that report should be, but it should, as I said, it should state the problem. It should describe what kind of data have you gathered. It should explain the analysis part, the modeling part, and also in the end, it should explain the results and findings part. What have you concluded from your analysis? Well written, concrete, and then you have a high chance to get a good grade. Finally, important dates for the final project. The deadline of the for the final project will be 22nd September, and the project presentation will be held the day after that, actually 23rd September. Yeah, so I finished my introductory video lecture, so to say, with this beautiful quote: "We are drowning in information and starving for knowledge." So it's a famous saying, and also very much suits to our course, because in this course we will be dealing with data and how we can actually somehow account data to visualize or to understand behavior in the data for prediction purposes, for modeling purposes. Yeah, so see you in this course, and also uh, we get ready for that course. Actually, as I said, try to think about why you have taken that course, what motivates you, what are your expectations actually in this course. Make sure that you are well prepared. As I said, if you are well prepared, you will be learning a lot in this course. So you have one or, well, so to say, the course is going to start very soon, so you have week or so to start thinking about, pondering about that course. Thank you very much.